them in. Flag drops, and away they go. The final race here today, the Philip William Equine Hospital sponsored PPRA Club Members Conditions race for horses that are 8-year-olds and upwards. And I think they couldn't have won for a couple of years or so. Some good winners in this field in the past. They're all clear over the first as they enter the Gallagher's of Sandicroft home straight for the first of 3 occasions. Up to Centurion then taking them along as they make their way towards the second plain one. Western Promise a couple of lengths back in second, and then Toodle Horse races wide and jumps it in third. Ballyburke races fourth on the outside, Alpha Victor on the inner, back then to Stoleaway, and Owen Glendower as the 7 of them make their way towards the judge with just over 2 circuits of the course to go. Upton Centurion then in the blue, the maroon of Western Promise racing second, the green of Toodle Horse is third, Ballyburke on the outside in the red is next, then Alpha Victor, the dark blue and orange on the inside, Stoleaway in the yellow just outside this one, and then Owen Glendower in the blue and white quarters just brings up the rear as they reach the first of these fences on this left hand section of the course, which they all clear comfortably. On then towards the next one with Ballyburke well up there racing wide, Upton Centurion and Western Promise, these the leading 3. This one, Toodle Horse join them in the air together. That Upton Centurion, Western Promise and Toodle Horse. The 7 of them skip over that. The last on the far side, as they go away from us before swinging right-handed towards the 3 over on the far side. The 7 of them nicely over that. Now it's right hand down and on towards the open ditch for the first of 2 occasions. Upton Centurion and Toodle Horse then 1 and 2. Alpha Victor races in third spot with Ballyburke. Western Promise is also in this company, in this line over on the far side, shaded by the other 2. Then we've got Stoleaway and Owen Glendower as they come towards the open ditch for the first of 2 occasions. Toodle Horse is going to be the first to get to it, with Henry Crow on board. They all leave the ground, all land safely the other side. Toodle Horse then for Upton Centurion and Western Promise 1, 2 and 3. There's a gap of a length then to Alpha Victor, who races in 4th spot. Ballyburke is 5th. Then Stoleaway, who's won a hunter chase here in the past, in 6th position, and Owen Glendower just brings up the rear in 7th. Toodle Horse, though, sets the pace as they make their way towards the last on the far side on this occasion. Toodle Horse by length from Western Promise and Upton Centurion 2nd and 3rd, and then Alpha Victor has just been overtaken in fact by Ballyburke. Back then to Stoleaway and Owen Glendower at this next one. Once again the 7 of them safely over Toodle Horse and Western Promise remaining in the lead. Toodle Horse by half a length or so from Western Promise on the outside. And there's a line of 3 or 4, but only 3 lengths or so separating the 7 of them as they begin this long swinging right hand turn towards the fences in the home straight and then to the Gallagher's of Sandicroft home straight. Coming past the point where it all began and on towards the final 2 of this circuit, they get to this one. Toodle Horse lands half a length clear of the rest of the field. Up to Centurion on the inside races in 2nd spot. Alpha Victor making ground, getting a little bit closer after taking a breather over on the far side. Western Promise not too far away. This will be the last next time round. Up to Centurion and Toodle Horse, then Western Promise and Alpha Victor. Stoleaway's creeping forward, Ballyburke going nicely, and Owen Glendower as they make their way towards the judge. They leave the Gallagher's of Sandicroft straight then and make their way towards the judge and out on the final circuit, with Toodle Horse in the red cap taking them along, green colours red cap, then Western Promise in the maroon, Ballyburke on the outside in the red. Pale blue up to Centurion, just beginning to be niggled at by the rider. Wide is Owen Glendower in the blue and white quarters, on the inside Alpha Victor in the dark blue colours, and between these 2 the yellow colours of Stowaway. Toodle Horse and Western Promise take that together. Upton Centurion continues to get reminders from Jamie Jeevons as they make their way away from the enclosures and on towards the 2nd of the 3 fences on this left-hand section of the course. Toodle Horse then comes to it in company with Western Promise 1 and 2. Upton Centurion has got a 2nd wind and is now somewhat closer to the leaders as they head towards the 3rd on this section of the course. They come to it now. Toodle Horse Western Promise, Alpha Victor not too far away. Owen Glendower wide. Ballyburke is well up there. Stoleaway is 2 from the back. Upton Centurion on the inside is 3 from the back. They're swinging right-handed and heading towards the open ditch, the final open ditch, with Western Promise now coming towards the front. Western Promise, Ballyburke races in second spot. Alpha Victor not too far away. Toodle Horse losing a little bit of ground, and Upton Centurion 4 or 5 lengths off the leading group. But this next one, Western Promise, takes them over. It's Stoleaway has made ground, crept up on the outside, out of sight, and now takes closer order in second. Alex Edwards looking for a treble here this afternoon. Alpha Victor going nicely in third spot and also moving forward. Western Promise, Stoleaway, Alpha Victor, Owen Glendower has made ground. Toodle Horse is starting to be niggled at by the rider. Ballyburke likewise, and Upton Centurion. But Western Promise heads for home, 2 clear of Stoleaway, who's trying to get closer to the leader. Then a length, 4 or 5 lengths behind these, Owen Glendower in company with Alpha Victor. The last fence on the far side, Western Promise, Owen Glendower in third spot. In second is Stoleaway, and third Alpha Victor. Swinging right-handed then, and Stoleaway and Alex Edwards are going after the leader. On the inside, Western Promise. On the outside, Stoleaway. 4 lengths back behind these two, Owen Glendower. A further 5 or 6 to Alpha Victor as they swing right-handed and head towards the Gallagher's home straight for the final occasion. 2 fences to go. Stoleaway in the yellow. Western Promise on the inside. Hasn't been done with yet. Owen Glendower in third spot. Alpha Victor jumps it in fourth. Toodle Horse has been pulled up as they make their way towards the final fence. It's Western Promise on the inside of the maroon colours. Owen Glendower from the Phil Rowley yard in the yellow colours. It's Owen Glendower, but here it's Owen Glendower coming towards the leaders. Stoleaway leads. Owen Glendower coming on the outside. Western Promise isn't done with yet. They're making their way towards the line. This is going to be close. Stoleaway now being hauled in by Owen Glendower. Western Promise has run his race. They're on the way to the line. Owen Glendower trying to get to Stoleaway up the line. We'll leave that one to the judge. Stoleaway in the yellow. Owen Glendower in the blue and white. Then comes Western Promise over the line next. Behind this one is Alpha Victor, just looking back. We see Upton Centurion. Toodle Horse pulled up about 2 out, and Ballyburke pulled up over on the far side. Many thanks for coming along. Please, as many of you as possible, stay for the presentation. We hope you all have a safe journey home.